Right, so we were talking about, well, we were talking about, what would we want to talk about? What would we want to do for our weekend stream plan? What did I say? Wow, I should start over. I'm just like talking. Let me start over. Where we were talking about what we should do for the weekend. We're talking about doing some live streaming, making some videos, going live on YouTube, maybe other places too, but mostly YouTube. We're thinking about which topics to talk about, which things to talk about. Um, well, I presented some ideas. I'm thinking about talking about my life mostly. It doesn't have to be, but that's kind of what's on my mind as a foundation, the kind of thing. I want to talk about it and focus on that. I just want to focus on that for a while until it's established, until it's there for the record and stuff. I'm still struggling to explain myself. I'm trying to put it together. Trying to explain myself. What do I mean? What am I saying? I'm saying that I'm making videos about myself, but not just about myself. I make videos about other stuff too, but I spend a lot of time talking about myself, and there's a reason. But I want to focus on that, and so I do want to talk about some of the things from my life, events, things, people, including Tiffany Combo and other people too. But I think about those things sometimes, not just one thing, not just one person, but I will mention one name at a time and focus on one name and one thing at a time, emphasize on that. And so I talk about that stuff sometimes in my life, in videos, in articles, on my blog, on my website, on social media, here and there, off and on for years. I do that stuff. I'm known for that a little bit sometimes. Long story short, I've been around, but at the same time, I was thinking about something else, and that was, hey, maybe we could do a stream talking about all the people that owe Joey Arnold money, and possibly all the people that think I owe them money. And not to say that I do or don't, not to say that they do or don't. And there's a difference, there's a difference between actual debt and perceived debt or agreed upon debt that's found in a contract. So there would be a difference. I'm saying that there's a difference. That's what I'm saying. Actual debt would be something that is almost impossible to talk about, really. And so we're not gonna talk about that. We could talk about it, but it would be crazy. It would take you to a place you never want to go or never leave. You would not want to leave, because it's like you got to think about that. Like, what does that mean? What is actual debt? It would be, well, first you got to break down what does it mean. What is debt? Debt has something to do with money, and not just money, but anything that has value. And so that includes time and our lives and anything that has value. Gold and land and people and air and anything that's tangible can have value, and we place value on different things, and some things we put more value on. If something's more rare, we put more value on it, and then we come up with this idea of money as an easier way to exchange things. Because, I want your cow. I don't want to come on over with a bunch of apples and be like, oh, I give you my apples for your cow. You don't want to run around carrying your cow. So we got this thing called money. Money is a good way to measure value, but then there's a lot of things that break it down or destroy it, or mess with the value of money depending on the currency. You can deflate or inflate the value, and all these crazy things happen to money. And it's a long story, and this stuff happens, but it's like debt comes out of that, comes out of all of that, and so it's like, what do you owe me? What do I owe you? This thing is crazy, and the actuality of it is a big rabbit trail. Because it's like, if I give you value, in a way, I'm giving you something. And if you don't give it back, or if you don't give me something of equal value in return, then you owe me that, whatever that is. And then, until you do, you still owe it. You still owe it. You still owe it to me. And that would be the beginning of the understanding of actual debt and things of that nature. Things of that nature. It's like that's what it would be. It'd be like, did I smile at you? Wow. That means you owe me a smile back. I mean, this kind of conversation, this kind of debate would be insane, ridiculous. Not to say that it's not warranted, because it's like there's an argument to be have. You can have it. You can have that debate and stuff, but it's a never-ending debate. So I was just thinking to myself, I don't want to go that deep. I don't want to go that incredibly deep down that rabbit trail, rabbit hole. I don't want to go down that deeply. Not to say that you shouldn't, not to say that you can never ever do it, but for the sake of argument, for the moment, for a stream on Saturday or Sunday or both, I was thinking about talking about agreed upon debt, where I enter a contract with somebody and they promise to pay it back, and if they don't, I'm not happy about it. And it's not necessarily the money itself, but more the idea of breaking the promise, kind of thing. And that's what I wanted to talk about. And so I was thinking about making a list of people and stuff from my life that said they would pay it back and didn't. I want to talk about that. I want to make videos about that. I want to write articles about it, just for the record, just to let people know it happened. But in doing so, I could become the enemy, the bad guy, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call me. I could alienate myself or something. There could be a wide variety of things that could happen, and I understand that there are certain things people don't do. They don't do it because they don't want to be labeled the wrong thing, and perhaps I'm wrong for even suggesting that I do this, that I even think about it or even try to do it. And maybe I kind of have done this before a few times, a little bit, and I want to do it a little bit more, just to have it as a record and to give people some accountability and integrity, and maybe not integrity, but transparency, responsibility. I want to confront people, kind of thing, and be like, you know, you said you would pay me back and you didn't do it. Shame on you. And I can forgive and I can forget, but the internet won't, kind of thing. That kind of sounds terrible, but it's like, this is what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking it's a once and for all concept that I can present some data for the world and let the people decide, kind of thing. If I'm wrong, you gotta let me know. And if I share my entire life on the internet, then I can get ahead of the fake news about myself. And I could be wrong about that, but that is one of the perspectives I've had. Not the only perspective, but it's been one of the perspectives I've had underlying some of the decisions I've made in my life. Especially online, I've decided to do some things. Sometimes it's questionable, and sometimes the execution of the stuff I've done was premature, or badly done, or insufficient, not complete, and or a wide variety of things. It happens all the time. It's been happening for a long time. Been online since the 90s. Past 30 years or so, I've been around, running around, dumping on the internet like a big dump truck. What did you think I was gonna say? That's right. Coming in, dumping stuff onto the internet, and I've done all the stuff in my life and online too. Not just online, not just offline. Offline and online. And I want to tell you, I've been around, and I've not explained myself many times, and sometimes I still don't. Sometimes purposely, and sometimes accidentally. Sometimes a combination therein, but nonetheless, here I am. And as I get older, I think about it a little bit more, and I try to be more clear. I want to be more clear. I'm trying to become more clear in regards to my intention and what I'm trying to do and what I'm doing overall, what I've been doing, what I've done, what I do, what I will do, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, all of that. Trying to do it all. Excuse me. You gotta excuse me sometimes because it's not explainable sometimes to some people, and I know that. And so I have a lot of mixed feelings about it all because I have a little bit of some empathy and sympathy and realization inside myself for you. That's right, I do care. There's a part of me that cares, and there's a part of me that does not. And I live in a limbo land between the two. And so I'm thinking about all the things that I want to do and talk about in videos and in live streams and in articles and in memes and everything else. All of this stuff, I just want to do all this stuff, and I'm thinking about all this stuff, and I just want to establish myself, kind of thing, and put it out there and get ahead of the fake news in a way. Like, I feel like sometimes, maybe someday, people could lie about me. Not to say that they haven't already, because they have, but nonetheless, it's like, I feel like people could lie about me and stuff. So I was thinking, I'm just gonna put it all out there I'm gonna try to put it all out there, and then someday, when people lie about what Joey did in '94, I could be like, oh, I made some videos about that, and I wrote some articles about it, etc., 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 etc. Blah 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 blah. As Greta Thunberg said in Bambi, how dare you? You're in Bambi, you're a thumper. Thumper Greta Thunberg. Thumper the Greta the bumper. Bumper cars. Wow, Pixar cars. Bumper to bumper, hummer to hummer. Humma. Oh, wowza, said Jim Carrey in The Mask. Oh, wowza. I've been around. Oh, man. I've been around. That's right. So I'm just thinking about all this. I'm just thinking, I'm just thinking about all this stuff. Like, it's mind blogging, blah. It bloggers, bookers, no, blows my mind. Why is that word so hard to say? I don't know. I think I'm putting myself to sleep with this rocking chair, recliner, mini chair thing that I'm sitting in, rocking on. Rock the baby all the way in the top of a tree, and the cradle will fall, and Joey will come out. Wow, that's incredible. Wow, that's amazing. What should I talk about? What should we do? What should we talk about for the weekend? What do you think? What do you think about what I said? There's more where that came from. I'm gonna try to do a lot more and put it out, and then try to organize everything more and more. I've been trying to organize my stuff, some of my things. I don't have time to talk about what I'm talking about. I just wanted to say that I'm talking about something without actually talking about it. Except for people who already know. Then it's like, what's the point of talking about it if they know that I know that they know? Why am I saying it? Because sometimes I feel like you gotta remember what you already know. Sometimes you gotta be reminded. So I'm gonna work on that, try to work on it a little bit. And I have something that I made on a fan fiction website, like a Wikipedia website. What was that called again? What's the name of that website called again? Forget what it's called, but I put it up. And you can find a link to it, or find the video where I talk about it and click on the link. And you could try to add stuff to it or something. There's an outline to my life. I don't want to work on my autobiography. I've been working on my autobiography, making videos about that, and that's why I harp on some of it sometimes over and over and over again, like a broken record player. Just want to harp on some things over and over again for the moment, and then maybe move on eventually. But I got some of my friends here to hang out with me right now. But maybe I can go live right now. You want me to go live right now? Or do you want me to just go live on the weekend? And what do you want me to do? What do you want us to do? Do you want to join the live stream right now or on the weekend? Let us know in the comments below, or call my Discord and let us know what you want to see and everything else. Alright, thank you, bye bye.